Well, a real statement of intent there from Yuki Ishikawa, the Japanese captain. Now Onodera with that float service into Michieletto. And the dig. Early chance for a break point then. Ishikawa recycles. And for once, Japan get caught out on the floor.
Yeah, that was interesting and kind of an uncharacteristic miscommunication there, because a really savvy play from Ishikawa to just roll that into the block. And then just Takahashi just barely misses it off the forearm.
2 points against serve to begin with then. Michieletto. Ishikawa. Now Japan recycle. That is that left hand of Yuri Romano.
Those little momentum swings will be interesting to pay attention to as this match progresses as well, because that little misstep from Japan and then an immediate break point from Italy on the back of it. A couple point swing there, perhaps.
And it keeps Michieletto at the service line too. Oh, he drops the hammer. Ace serve on Takahashi.
So difficult when the lefties get out there, give you that left to right slider right here. We get a great look at it. Just curving a different direction than you're accustomed to.
Takahashi bobbing up and down on the spot here, trying to stay loose because he thinks this one is coming straight back to him, which it is. And that's a better touch. Oh, Miyaura finds the line wide open.
It did not seem like there was a lot of line available for him. Lavia doing a nice job, but man, finds just that slight runway down the line.
Masahiro Sekita. Drops that one in shorter. Overpass! Good night! Yuki Ishikawa.
Great friend of mine, Chris McGee, who does a lot of broadcasting for the AVP and for now the Lakers, likes to say Yahtzee on a ball like that.
What a start. Japan 3, Italy 3. Sekita into Michieletto. Lovely dig. Great work, Yamamoto. Michieletto puts those long arms to good use. Off one hand, then the other. Oh, Yamamoto. Superb from the libero. Now it's time for the block to go to work. And they've won the point because Michieletto has put one of his big feet on the line, and Yamamoto celebrates, and rightfully so.
How about the plays there from Yamamoto to just keep that alive? Great dig on the first hard swing, great chase down right there. Japan gets rewarded.
Well, that's why you've got to chase every ball, because you never know. Sekita. Oh, and then Russo. Big net touch, and Romano tells him to calm down. Where's this? Yeah.
I'm not sure what he's pointing at there. He thought maybe Japan were into the net, but clearly he kind of clubbed it on the throwdown attempt.
And we've had break points both ways, and Japan 5-3 up. Nicely done by Lavia. The tip to Miyaura. Oh, where's that dropped? Just wide. Ishikawa has started strong.
That is a phenomenal swing right there, because that Italian block is set up perfectly, and he just goes across his body. Take a look right here. He's going to go hard just off the right hand of Romano.
We have a first time out.
Dobbiamo essere, capito? Ho detto un'opportunità, una palla, due palle, tre palloni, sempre noi pensiamo alle cose nostre lì, ok? Oh, noi regaliamo situazioni.
We don't see seesaw scoring like that in many elite men's games, do we? 3 points for Italy, then 4 in a row for Japan.
An unexpected game of runs here early in set number one. Maybe a few nerves for both of these teams. We talked about how the motivation is going to be level, but kind of for different reasons, right? Italy used to winning. They feel like they want to get on the medal board in the VNL. Japan certainly want to do the same.
Sekita into Michieletto. Lavia pushes that back court. Yamamoto, Miyaura, drops that into open court, and he loves it.
Masterclass right there. Again, the Italian block set up perfectly. Three-man knowing it's going right that direction, and he just takes a little bit off, drops it in front of Michieletto, position 6.
Great service run by Sekita. This time he picks on Rousseau. Good finish from the big man.
Nice example there, though. You mentioned the service run from Sekita. It's not like he brought anything crazy hard, but he mixed it up. He forced Italy to earn their side out. They eventually do there, but Japan able to get a little headway there on the back of some great serving from Sekita.
Here's Russo. Four service aces so far in the playoffs for him. 3 against Argentina, 1 against USA yesterday. Three-point game. Ishikawa feeds it in, gets it back, and puts it down.
Lavia not expecting that one. You can see him kind of get sucked into the middle. Oopsie, wide open net for Ishikawa. Gonna be a point for Japan, almost always.
He's in the mood today, isn't he? We can tell already. Oh, good service. Wow. Oh, not finished, though. Chance for Italy. Great dig, though. Sekita. Ran Takahashi. Oh, he's missed the chance, and that is a chance after that service.
Big chance for Japan there, barely missed. Man, I love that shot from Takahashi. He just ever so slightly overturns it there.
Romano. Oh, doesn't make a men's run. Now Lavia. Oh, the libero will not be beaten, but that is another mistake from Japan. Yamamoto working his socks off, though, back of the court.
Yeah, that was interesting. A great touch from Yamamoto just to keep that alive, but it kind of got on Sekita quickly. Couldn't quite get the power on it. And Onodera Yamauchi just lost sight of it for a second.
Yamamoto again. Miyaura tries to play the same shot again. Doesn't work this time, and Romano leaves one short.
He had a little bit of a rough night yesterday. You have to credit the USA block, of course, for some big stuffs, but they were able to neutralize him. He's going to need to heat up a little bit if Italy are hoping to be successful here.
Yamauchi floats that one into Lavia. Another good block touch. Sekita, and this time Ran does make it count.
That's the rhythm Japan are looking for. Yet another great soft block touch. And they seem to be so good. Not a tremendous amount of stuff blocks, but they slow the ball down, give their defenders a chance, and their transition offense is superb.
That one just dies over the net, so Lavia has work to do. Lovely touch by Sekita. Miyaura! Blocked big, 2-touch off Miyaura.
Good aggressive swing, but after this great pancake dig right here, Sekita, we'll see Miyaura's got to deal with a perfectly formed 3-man Italian block.
Yeah.
Galassi just closes it.
Miyaura up high, fed in then by Balasso. Michieletto, he can't do the business. Oh, that's just shy of the Jumbotron. Then saved, here we go, game on. Miyaura off the block, but that has come off so hot.
Fortunately, that goes Japan's way because that did not go outside the antenna. That's a little bit of a miss right there. There's no way that ball from that angle goes outside the antenna. Japan wisely plays on, gets the point anyways.
Miyaura, oh, let's fly! What an ace! Kento Miyaura with a fireball!
Just like we saw from Michieletto a few moments ago, that left to right curve off the lefty, so difficult to deal with. Lavia just glances off the left arm there.
Timeout, 12-7.
variazioni, tiriamo le gambe, però ragazzi, un pochino più sereni a giocare. Non è che se sbagliamo la palla dove c'è qua, deve essere tutto perfetto. Possiamo giocare e piano piano aggiungiamo qualità. Sì, ragazzi.
Well, that is both of Italy's timeouts called, and they have called it at the first opportunity after the 11-point mark. They're 12-7 down. They lost the period between the first and second timeout, 6 points to 4. And Kento Miyaura is getting ready to unload. He does it again. He's gone back-to-back. Phenomenal serving from Kento Miyaura.
He's like Drake out there. He's going back-to-back.
Ah.
Now look at that slider. I mean, just tracks away from Balasso and into Michieletto at the last minute. All he can do is throw an arm at it.
Are we in for a three-peat? We are not this time. But then there's a handling error called, a two-touch against Yuri Romano, and it is unraveling very, very quickly here for the Italians.
This is the fascinating thing about sport. The first time we saw Italy here in Gdansk, they looked untouchable.
Oh.
The U.S. able to completely neutralize them, and they still seem to be a bit reeling out there.
Better from Balasso. And off the hands goes Yuri Romano. Look, I'm not scared to divulge some of the conversations that we've had. After Argentina, we maybe got a little bit giddy, and we were talking about them being European champions, world champions, VNL champions, and Olympic champions all at the same time, because that Argentina performance was phenomenal. But teams are getting to them as Galassi puts in a heavy serve. Run. Michieletto with that first touch. What a dig by Yamamoto. World class. And Ran Takahashi can't finish it. Lavia's there. Only the tip from Lavia, though. Ishikawa in with a set. Run, oh, blocked, and the dig from Onodera. And then Miyaura and Ishikawa getting a little bit confused with what's going on, and that's back-to-back points for the Italians.
That's interesting. That seems to be perhaps the one weakness in the Japanese defensive system, is if the setter, Sekita, is not taking that ball, it's not clear who's going to step in and set.
Good pass from Ishikawa. Ran knew exactly what he was doing there, using Rousseau.
The precision on that set from Sekita is so amazing. He gets his attackers high and quick and close to the net, so that they have those options. They can tee off if the block's not there. They can work it off the block if the block is there. Takahashi Ishikawa is so adept at doing just that.
Here is Ran Takahashi. Had a great service run in the semi-final yesterday. But Michieletto puts pay to it this time. Clinical.
And that's a nice swing right there from Michieletto. He went high over the block into the angle on his last swing, but Yamamoto scooped it all day. And so he said, I'm just going to go right over the top with Sekita into kind of the 1-6 seam for the winner.
Yeah, he spots that mismatch, doesn't he? Standing out there in the equality jersey that he's wearing for the first set of this bronze medal match. Yamamoto with another excellent touch. Ishikawa off one, off two. Japan up to 16.
And there again, you see that wonderful set from Sekita, all the way from 14, 15 feet off the net. He'll zip this in high and close for Ishikawa to just abuse the top of that Italian block.
Onodera. Oh, flat service, well dealt with by Michieletto.
And he's doing a great job of staying high with his swings as well. Great pass. Also, we heard Coach Philip Blaine talk about wanting his middle blockers to drive those float serves flat yesterday. They seem to be doing that well thus far in this match.
5-point game, though. Japan in the ascendancy, and Michieletto looking to put something together. Oh, well done, Ran. Or not. Off the floor, it's gone, and that is an ace service.
Let's have a look here. It kind of seemed like he got some fingertip on it. Oh, yeah, that's... I don't know if it catches any of your finger. I thought it was good, but
That was a good effort, but a good service too. Smart play from Michieletto. Goes heavier this time. Oh, doesn't pick up the ace though. And Ryan offers up the free ball. Great serving here from Michieletto. And great swinging from Yuri Romano.
Michieletto almost kind of single-handedly dragging his squad back into this set.
Well, they brought in Otsuka Tatsunori into the passing unit. He played against Italy in the group stages, picked up 14 points, all from kills. But he's looking to relieve Ran Takahashi, who's being picked on. And we'll put that down as great coaching.
Yeah, sometimes that's all the purpose of the substitute is to throw off the rhythm of the server, because it's not like you don't want Takahashi out on the floor. But you got to do something to cool off Michieletto a little bit.
Well, they're going to leave Tatsunori out there for now. And then Roberto Russo is going to come in on the short ball and make it a three-point game.
That was very close from Yamauchi. Watch him stick that right hand at it last second. Russo just barely able to sneak that underneath.
Here is Russo. Yamamoto feeds it in. First swing of the game for Tatsunori. Another chance for Japan. Oh, massive block. Yuri Romano.
Oh, this great stuff from Russo out on the pin, just closing all the way to the antenna. Almost has to dodge it on his way by. Great work, Italy.
God, he gets high, doesn't he? He's serious danger of catching one right in the kisser. Great recovery, Yamauchi.
That's what we have become accustomed to seeing out of the Japanese middle blockers. High, right into the gap perfectly, just cross the body for the winner.
Now Ishikawa at 18-15. Side outs will do it from here on in for Japan. Giannelli. Going quick, but they can't beat Yamamoto. Tatsunori. Gonna go the other way. Miyaura! Hang time immense.
How about Tatsunori just coming in, taking some good cuts right out of the gate. Not an easy position for him to come in. And I love that Sakita's just trusting him as well. Miyaura with a great swing into the cross court there for the winner, though.
Ishikawa. Another good service, but well dealt with. Oh, Michieletto doesn't finish the pipe. And when you don't finish it, that's the danger. Yamauchi.
Yeah, that is just phenomenal stuff right there. One-on-one against Michieletto in the pipe. Gets an amazing touch. We saw him get close on Russo just a moment ago. And gets the winner as well.
20-15, Ishikawa at the service line. Drops that one into Michieletto, and no stopping Romano from there.
Good swing high into the corner from Romano. But I love that Ishikawa just takes a little bit off. Maybe trying to go with that short one, got it a little long, but in any event, kept it in, made Italy earn that side out.
Romano. Oh, overpass from Yamamoto. That's a collector's item. But then Sakita gets a touch. Here's the bump set. Miyaura off the hands. 1-2. Oh, and it's over. Brilliant from Japan. There's the jump set. Lavia, Sakita, Tatsunori. Unbelievable.
Are you kidding me, Dan? Not known as a football nation, but they showed some skills there. Japan keeping it alive at all costs.
Well, 1 point summing up the spirit of Japanese volleyball in this season's VNL. Absolutely incredible.
And Tatsunori coming up with yet another big swing on the outside off the bench for Japan.
Yamauchi drives that one into Michieletto. Oh, heavy hands from Romano. Great swing.
And he's starting to warm up a little bit, which is good news for Italy.
Well, they need to score heavy from here on in because Japan are 4 points away. the gap is 4 points, so they need to go 2-1 just to force us to extra points. Yamamoto, Tatsunori. Touch there by Balasso. Ooh, that looked like it spent a little while in Micheletto's hand. More slam dunk than slam dink.
Trying to show his teammates that got heel of the hand. I'm not so sure that's accurate, but it'll go down anyways. Yeah. A little bit of a highlight whip.
3-point game. Miyaura. Oh, 4-point game, sorry. He comes in hot.
And that is a big, aggressive swing right there. Great set from Sekita Miyaura. We see him go so precisely down the line so often. It just opens up that angle nicely for him. Great swing.
Top scorer in the game. 5 attack points, 2 ace serves. Balasso. Now Micheletto.
That was a phenomenal set from Balasso. He kind of staggered around just a little bit, but regained his footing and put up an absolute gem. Micheletto trying to stay high, just a little too high on that one.
Kento Miyaura. Will this be the decisive service run? Oh, it might. Oh my goodness, what a service from Kento Miyaura.
Unbelievable. I mean, he's just in stunning rhythm right now from the service line. Little scud on that too, a little flat wobble.
Set point, Miyaura. He's won it with an ace, his 4th ace in the first set. He has dismantled Italy from the baseline, and Japan have taken the opener 25-18.
Such impressive stuff from Japan right there, because just when Italy looked like they were climbing back, starting to generate a little bit of momentum, Japan fought them off and said, not so fast, my friends.
Japan 25, Italy 18. Japan 2 sets away from the podium. And Kento Miyaura, absolutely astonishing. Those 4 service points there, all from that man. 2 for Italy. But it was 2 service runs at really key stages of the set that took it away from the Italians from Miyaura, wasn't it?
Indeed, yeah. Miyaura had one. Sekita had a good run early as well to kind of set the stage, open up that lead early for Japan.
As we take a look at some of the best bits, I mean, Italy had their moments though. We see Micheletto here. And the big challenge for Japan is being able to maintain this though, isn't it? We saw yesterday against Poland, phenomenal in the first set, excellent in the second set. We just know Italy are going to come back at some point.
Indeed, yeah, it is difficult to maintain that fervor throughout, right? Basically, everything went perfectly for Japan in that first set. We saw it happen against Poland yesterday. We talked about that great second set they got involved in with Poland. But how will Italy respond? Can Japan keep that level high?
As we see the service percentage here, so 21-79. Let's make it more realistic in a 25-point set. That's 20 in, 5 out. And then Japan, not a single service error. When was the last time you saw that in an elite volleyball game? That is absolutely astonishing.
Well, certainly not when you have the likes of Ishikawa unloading on his serve, Miyaura unloading on his serve, Takahashi going after it, and the middle blockers really driving those flat float serves in there with perfection as well. It's very unlikely that that level continues for Japan, but if they can maintain the pressure, even at 10-15% errors, they're going to make it very difficult on Italy here.
We always talk about service pressure, particularly in the men's game. I don't think you can apply much more pressure than serving at 100%, but also serving 4 aces in that time as well. Because, you know, you can dolly it up over the net, but against a team like Italy, it is going to come back with interest. This is a tough game for the Italians now, because that is 4 consecutive sets they've lost, and 4 consecutive sets they've been outclassed in, really.
Yeah, indeed, but I think what you have to kind of tell yourself if you're the Italians is just like we said, very unlikely Japan's going to serve at 100% efficiency again. So let's just stay the course. Let's just do what we know we can do. We know we're capable of the performance we saw against Argentina. So let's just get back to it, one play at a time, play Italian volleyball, and trust that it's going to be enough in this match.
Tatsunori gets us underway in the second set, serves to his opposite number, and Michieletto opens with a nice clean side out. Interesting that it is Tatsunori who is on court at the start of the second, not Ran Takahashi. Now Gianelli to serve into Tatsunori. Ishikawa. That beats the backcourt man. Lavia back in his blue jersey. 1-1.
I love the little change of rhythm right there from Ishikawa, kind of the hang and bang. Takes that extra second, finds that seam flat.
Onodera. Thought we were going to have our first service error then. Lovely roll shot. Yuri Romano with a delightful touch.
That is classy right there. Little flavor of the beach from Romano. Chip shot over the top. Not easy to put the soft stuff down on Japan. It's not easy to put the hard stuff down on Japan.
Michieletto, after the first break point of the second set, puts that on Tatsunori. Ishikawa, good touch, Gianelli. Lavia, off the hands, Tatsunori feeds the setter. And Ishikawa does the rest.
Yeah, indeed. Perfect pass from Tatsunori in transition is going to set up that Japanese transition offense. And when they can run that pace, we've seen their quick hitters be so good in the gap, you just have to guess. And Ishikawa alone on the pin is going to be a winner for Japan a lot.
Sekita. Michieletto receives high off the hands, and Tatsunori's there. Ishikawa recycles it. Japan do a little bit better this time. Miyaura shut down by Russo.
Couple really good passes in transition again, but just a great move from Russo right here. It's a little bit fortunate that hits Miyaura on the way out, right in the chin. Little chin music.
Good service. Ishikawa deals with it. Oh, another block. That's more like it from the big blue wall.
Galassi getting in on the action. They're still trusting Tatsunori quite a bit out there in Japan. He's been pretty good for them. Oh, that was Lavia, excuse me.
Ishikawa with the pass again. 3 in a row. Huge from Galassi, one-on-one. And back comes Ran Takahashi. That is the race run for now for Tatsunori. What a block.
Yeah, that's just a great read, great move from Galassi. Good stability from the Italian middle blocker.
It's a good run now. 3 points, 3 blocks in a row. And again, the pipe doesn't work for Japan, but they'll have the chance to go again. And Ishikawa, is there a touch? No. What a start for Italy. Forcing Japan to the timeout with a 4-point lead. Italy 6, Japan 2. So Yamauchi serving there. Beautiful camera work. I mean, watching the movement of the ankles there, I'm surprised we don't have more injuries because your feet do crazy things, you players. Wow.
Yeah, the super slow-mo really highlights the wonders of the human body, because it does look like you're on the verge of your legs exploding at any given moment.
That is more like it from Ishikawa. What an angle on the right side.
Yeah, rare miss from him on the swing before, but that is perfection.
And here he is at the service line. Oof, there it is. Nothing lasts forever. Wasn't far off though, was it? Good lead for Italy now, but lots of volleyball to be played in this second set. Romano, just long, just long.
I like those hold your breath moments where the close ones, everyone looks at the up official to get the, where the dot's gonna show up.
Yamauchi puts that one into Lavia. Try and go quick to the middle. Another good block touch by Japan. Third time lucky, and it's Romano.
Yeah, impressive how many touches these Japanese blockers are getting on these Italian attacks, though.
What I like about that one is Gianelli checking to see the two attackers in front of him, trying to fix the Japanese middle and then sending it out the back. Always playing the mind games.
Lavia missing right there.
Next time we get Gianelli on the close-up, I'm going to give you a comparison, see what you think.
Okay.
Here's Miyaura. Off that net tape. That is the pipe attack, and it's clean as a whistle from Lavia. Right, so here he is. He's got rid of the goatee, hasn't he, Gianelli? Yeah. And I think he's got the bone structure of a young Freddie Mercury.
Young Freddie Mercury, a little bit better grill, you know?
Yeah, yes.
His dental works just slightly better.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Takahashi going over the top right there of the big blue wall, as you say. Let's see if we get another look at that one.
Well, he's back on court. He's obviously recharged the springs in his heels, because that was huge. 6-9. What can he put together from the baseline here? Oh, he's gone short, and Balasso equal to it, and Gianelli does what a giant setter can do, particularly one with his hand-eye coordination.
Yeah, there's been a couple instances already. I was kind of expecting it from him. Always a threat right there, Gianelli.
No blocker in place as well. Never ignore this man. He's gifted one straight back, the Italian captain. Yeah, definitely better dental work. Which makes me wonder, at some point, are we going to see the big moustache?
You want the tight jeans and the leather vest, probably.
Of course, of course. Oh, Russo can't quite get on top of it. What a swing! Set by Ishikawa, ran by Takahashi.
That is one of the more difficult swings in volleyball right there. When all three blockers know this pipe's coming, you're in the middle, so your angles are minimized, but he finds that gap between Michieletto and Russo.
2-point game. Japan have halved the deficit. I've got another block touch. Oh, wow, Russo doing damage.
That's one of the few balls Italy have managed to kill cleanly in this match.
Speed kills, and that was fast. Now, Michieletto, capable of chaos. Not this time, though. Level from the baseline, just dropping off a little bit for Italy. Couple into the net.
Yeah, they're going to need to keep that up as Japan is kind of chipping away here.
Sekita. Taken early by Russo. Lavia. Net touch by Lavia. There have been a couple of those attacking net touches. We're not used to them from the Italians.
We talked about how high and tight the Japanese take their sets. Not quite the same thing on the Italian side. They like a little bit more space, and that one gets a little close. Lavia following through into the tape.
1-point game. Oh, well played, Gianelli. But now the chance for Japan. Miyaura with the first touch. Yamauchi with the third, and it is 11-11.
Unbelievable stuff from Japan here.
Timeout called by Italy. The last chance to call their first timeout, so a great time to take it, especially with the scores tied.
Prendi una posizione un pochino più, o ti metti più dietro oppure ti metti davanti alla palleggia, non fare una cosa a metà. Ragazzi, dobbiamo cambiare questa cosa qui, un punto alla volta. Voi state troppo pensando ognuno la palla dopo, dobbiamo fare la palla dopo.
There he is, young Freddie. But he has got some work to do, because the first time out was called at Italy 6, Japan 2. Now we're at 11-11, so that's a 9-5 run in favor of the Japanese, as Sekita gets us back underway, and he picks on Michieletto, and then Lavia sides out, and Italy back ahead.
That's a great swing down the line right there, but it is so impressive how Sekita just mixes up his serve to keep Italy out of rhythm offensively.
Russo, float service into Yamamoto. Great challenge for the ball. Lavia wins that one. And then the touch by Russo. Oh, unbelievable control on the set. But even Yamamoto can't get to that one. I feel like if he'd had more momentum, he might have Supermaned it, but this was a great contest, though, and really good strength there by Lavia.
Yeah, to keep that second push in play. Unbelievable stuff from Lavia.
We saw on that replay there are actually 2 levels for him to get through. There's those heavy video boards, then there's another layer of fencing, and it's got the scrim over the top. So that is some pretty heavy metal if you're going to take that on. Service out from Ishikawa. So 2-point game now. Good response since the timeout by Italy. They picked up another break point. Romano. Yamamoto. Miyaura. Brilliant by Balasso. It's going to be a free ball, and they've got another chance here, especially the way they've been blocking. Ran, really smart.
So good. And again, I love the closeness to the net of that set. It really gives him this option to take a good look at the block, see that that little sliver of line is open, and then he just throws it down a la Riley Salmon, a teammate of mine, just slapping it down that line.
It'll be so accurate to get that inside the antenna, haven't you? Yamauchi. Oh, away goes Gianelli again. Second time in the match, second time in the set, in fact.
That's always the critical piece of the setter dump, is the decision there. Takahashi made a nice read on it, but it just happened quickly.
Lavia into Ishikawa, that one goes. Onodera.
Italy thought it was wide for a second, but Lasso indicates to his teammates that he did touch it on its way by.
Yeah, it was tight to the line, very accurate. Now Miyaura, brace yourselves. Oh, out this time.
So you would expect, you know, a little cooling off from the Japanese serves, right? A little regression to the mean, so to speak.
Those 4 first set aces, though. Oh, just on the Italian, so quick. Galassi, he goes heavy. Ishikawa deals with it well. Miyaura just arrives and delivers, and it is electric.
And just phenomenal how flat this set is. Keeps his big right-sider in rhythm, and then just the physical coil and uncoil on the right side.
Like he's up for so long, he can look around and make a decision. Awesome hitting. 15-16. Run. Up high and right on the net tape. And that is where Italy are maybe better than anybody.
Yeah, you have to credit that pass first and foremost. Keeps Italy perfect in rhythm on a great serve from Takahashi, and then that's always going to be a mismatch. The big Michieletto over the top of Sakita.
17-15, Giannelli. Close to perfection, but Ran deals with it. Good joust, smart by Ishikawa, who rockets one, but Balasso does well. Now Michieletto, is there a touch? No touch.
Wow, what a play from Ishikawa. First of all, the set from Sakita to keep it tight to the net, and look at this. Ooh, just barely missing on the down.
Oh, there's a shadow. And that's all it is a shadow. Tiny margins on Odera. Michieletto feeds it in on Lavia. Finds the touch this time.
They got it, yeah. We've seen Japan be as honest as they come, as you might expect. Yes. That ball in anyhow.
(18-16). Ishikawa as it comes off the net tape, and that was a lovely reach from Yamauchi.
Well, got a little bit higher than he wanted, perhaps, to get all the way on top of it, but just does a nice little wrist slap at full extension. There you go, a little leaving it up there a la Wesley Snipes and White Men Can't Jump.
Sakita with the service. Yamamoto gives Japan another chance. Ishikawa blocked, still alive. Oh, Yamauchi showing some skills. And then fed through by Ishikawa.
Again, that's the luxury you have when that set's close to the net. A couple great covers from Japan to extend that play. But then putting it up there close, letting Ishikawa make great decisions right here. It's close, it's close. I'm just gonna work it through and off the block for the winner.
Well, they're gonna check the block touch here, Italy, whether or not the final touch was off Japan. We had a couple of these earlier in the week, didn't we? With exactly the same play, with exactly the same player.
Well, we had the most controversial one in the Brazil-Poland match at the end of that first set. Now, we'll see what's determined here. This is kind of a new development in the game. Whose hand is on it last? Yeah, I think that's going to stay with Japan.
Yeah. I mean, Italy are going to disagree because there's confirmation bias in all of these, isn't there? Now, what they think has happened is it stayed on the index finger of Ishikawa, and he's popped it between the two arms of the Italian blocker. But the benefit of the doubt has gone to Japan, and with it, the scoreboard is tied at 18-18. Japan have cancelled out that break point again. She is delighted with it. And Sakita is going to serve the ball into Balasso. And Japan can go again here. Sakita sets, Miyaura. Great save. That was Michieletto, but overpassed. And Ishikawa misses the chance to give Japan the lead.
Earmark that play right there. That could be a big one. Pretty big misstep, oversetting the ball from Italy. And Japan unable to capitalize right there. Those are so critical, especially in the latter parts of sets.
So we're back on side out. 19-18, Yamamoto, another great pass. Oh, the pipe's left short, and Takahashi has landed Japan in a little bit, let's not say hot water, but let's say it's heating up.
And again, that couple-point swing right there where Japan could have taken a lead. Now they find themselves in a 2-point deficit in a matter of 15, 20 seconds.
Chance to make it right. Oh, brilliant hustle. Michieletto, and then Lavia swings on to Miyaura. Great block! And Italy taking advantage of Japan's level slipping. Timeout called, Italy 21, Japan 18.
Well, great defensive play right there from Michieletto just to keep it off the floor. And then a wonderful blocking move right here from Lavia. A little split block. Surprises Ishikawa a little bit. Instead of 19-18 Japan, it's now 21-18 Italy.
But it's difficult to be critical because these players hold themselves to such high account. But Ran Takahashi, he's been a little bit below the level we've come to expect from him today, hasn't he?
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, it's marginal, and he's done a lot of things tremendously well. But, you know, once you get to the business end of tournaments like that, everybody needs to be firing on all cylinders if you hope to beat the likes of Italy.
Japan need this side out. They get this side out. Yamauchi moves up to 5 points for the game. They've all come from kills.
Be interesting to see what we get from Ishikawa from the service line. We've seen a couple mistakes from him this set.
He's yet to serve an ace. All of his points have come from attacks, 9 in total. Goes heavy, goes big, but Balasso chases it down. Lavia's going to swing. And miss. Back-to-back points for Japan. And is the pendulum swinging back their way? Well, they're going to ask for a challenge here. And I'll tell you in 2 seconds whether there was a touch on it, because Japan haven't admitted to it.
Japan haven't admitted to it. It's very, very unlikely there was a touch. I mean, that's a phenomenal play. Lavia just barely missing there. But that set from Balasso, how about it? Dead sprint, 40 feet away. And he puts up a hittable ball for his big outside hitter.
Here we go. There's the hit. Misses everyone. I tell you what, their jerseys might be red, but their consciences are white, aren't they?
Right.
Japan are not admitting. Oh, sorry, they're not trying to pull the wool over anyone's eyes. They have
Japan
been
sleeping comfortably at night.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Straighter than a preacher's tax return. Ishikawa into Balasso. Another great pass from him, and Lavia makes it stick this time.
Couple great serves from Ishikawa there. I know he's just going after it hard, and well he should, but man, if you can keep it off Balasso, that's advisable in that position. He's been so good, so steady for Italy.
Romano goes big. And again, Italy have to hustle. That's an overpass. Patience required now. Oh, a net touch. Italy. Strange things happening with this Italian team. That is just a complete lack of control.
Just lost sight of where he was, I think, on the court. You know, kind of expected that ball to be up near the net. It was just a little too far near the net.
Nishiyama coming in, served a ripping ace yesterday. He's gone for the same again, but Lavia has delivered it to Gianelli, who for the 3rd time has dumped it clean.
By Japanese defensive standards, that's a bit of a misstep right there, because Gianelli had no choice there. That's one you gotta come up with, especially in that moment if you're Japan.
Left him on his own 3 times, haven't they? And 3 times he has won the point. Good watch by Ishikawa. Now side out for set point. That's it for Italy. 2 side outs. We are level.
Easier said than done. Points 24-25. Always the hardest to get, especially when this man's back to serve.
Goes heavy. Doesn't manage the ace, but Italy scrambling. Sekita sets. Takahashi blocked. Oh, brilliant by Sekita. Takahashi again. Is there a touch? Yes, there is, and we are level.
Wow. Yeah, you can see that first set was a little bit behind, a little bit off the net. Great coverage by Japan to get another opportunity, and Takahashi delivers. That's the great cover. Sekita, Yamamoto, great bump set, and then the high, deep swing.
Oh, it's just shaved. Just shaved.
Più precisi possibile con l'alzata e una palla alla volta.
Just a little skin of the palm right there from Galassi. It only takes a molecule or two of that epidermis, doesn't it?
Japan 23, Italy 23. Italy have led throughout the set. They led at 11s, and then Japan drew level. They also drew level at 18. Now they've drawn level at 23, but they've not been able to take the lead yet. Now would be an incredible time to do it. Here's Kento Miyaura at the service line. Net tape takes the heat out of it. Another mistake, this time it's Romano.
Almost shocking there that he didn't go to Michieletto on the left side, who's been so good.
Well, it was there to be hit. He had the one-on-one with Sekita, who he could have gone over the top of, but now, for the second time in the match, it's Miyaura serving for the set. Rips it, sent high. Now it's Michieletto. Now it's Sekita. And it's 2-0 Japan! Ishikawa, the hero! They have snatched the second set from Italy, who were in control at 23-21. Now Japan are one set away from their first ever Volleyball Nations League podium.
Pardon me while I reattach my lower jaw, Dave. Unbelievable stuff right there from Japan. There was a little bit of swale kind of early, maybe even in the middle. We talked about that play at 18-all where Ishikawa missed. We thought that might be the difference, but what a response, what a gritty response from the Japanese.
They were 21-18 and 23-21 down in that second set. They've come back to win it. 25-23. I mean, here are the stats, but the only one that really matters is 25-23 and 2-0 Japan. Are there any numbers that really stand out for you there?
Well, you got a few more errors in favor of Japan on the Italian side, and those couple late where they hit those balls long, obviously very critical, but you have to look again at the service pressure from Japan. We saw them be perfect in set one. We knew that was very unlikely to continue. It didn't, in fact, but they found the range late. Couple bombs from Ishikawa from the end line, and of course, Miyaura again finding his serve late, sealing the deal for Japan.
Well, a penny for the thoughts of our good friend and colleague Clayton Lucas as he goes down to try and get some coaches' interviews, because they're a lot easier to do at 1-1 than they are at 2-0. He's going to hear from a happy Philippe Blaine, I'm sure. Whoever he hears from Italy will be a different story, but they are still in this game. They have shown enough quality. They just need to be clinical. In fact, Clayton has found Philippe. He almost sprung over, he was so desperate to talk to him. But at 2-0, let's see what the Japanese coach has to say.
Philippe, you must be very, very pleased in the way that your team came back in that second set. You were 2-6 down, you were behind for most of it. What have you got to do now going forwards?
First of all, serving good. It is very important for us to continue to push in serve. And after, tactically, you try to find some combination to be efficient. So right now it's okay, but match is always long.
Okay, good luck.
The match is always long, always long. He doesn't want it to be long. He wants it to be 3 sets and done. No sign of anyone from Italy. Just, oh no, Fernando. He's coming over. He is facing the music, and he has always got a great insight. Italy, not out of this yet. Let's find out how they're going to get back into the game.
Coach, you were talking to the team and to telling them about it doesn't have to be perfect. You just got to go and play the game. Is that still the same message? I mean, there's still 3 sets to be played, right?
I don't understand the same. But for us, it's important now to improve something, because in this second set we have some details to do more efficient. We know against Japan we need have the volleyball to play the long rally, because they don't touch a lot in block, but they touch a lot of ball in the defense. We have this available to improve something, 2-3 balls more. Okay.
Okay. Good luck. Thank you.
Well, it's not over yet, but Italy need to regain some kind of control here at the Ergo Arena. What a venue, by the way. It's been an incredible host to these 2023 men's VNL finals. Let's have a little chat about a young man by the name of Kento Miyaura, because if Yuji Nishida hadn't tweaked his back, he might not have even been on the court, but he has been the difference between the teams from the service line at the end of both sets.
Indeed, he has been, and I mean, what a luxury Coach Philippe Blaine has to have interchangeable parts there at the opposite position. I mean, we know about Takahashi and Ishikawa on the left side, but that balance on the right, so critical for that Japanese offense.
Absolutely, and I mean, both have been used and had plenty of court time during the Volleyball Nations League, both Centurions. In terms of points, of course, we wish Yuji Nishida all the very, very best in his recovery from injury, but Miyaura, 4 aces, but it's not just the aces, is it? It's the pressure that he applies on the serve receive when those rockets come over.
For those of us who are less intellectually inclined than you, Dave, Centurions means he got over 100
Over 100 points,
okay,
yeah, okay. Yes, over 100 points. Indeed, and most of them have been very stylish, very deadly. Will a change of ends mean a change of luck for Italy? And they need it. That is 5 consecutive sets that they've conceded now, and I would have to really dig into the stat cave to see when the last time they lost 5 sets on the bounce was. If it is 6 on the bounce, then they will miss out on the medals here at the Volleyball Nations League, which after that quarter-final victory over Argentina would have seemed unthinkable.
Yeah, you said it. We were kind of early crowning them champions of everything after that performance, and then 5 sets later, we haven't seen them recapture that form.
Oh, we were putting them all in the Hall of Fame after that Argentina win, which of course is credit to Argentina and the way that they've played too. But now Italy get us underway in set 3. Here's Lavia with the float into Ishikawa. Recycled by Sekita. Ishikawa again. Oh, one-handed by Romano. It's very stylish. Will it yield a point? A crazy rally to start with. Ishikawa sends it long, and Italy get the wet ink in the ledger.
Bizarre play to start us off there.
Lavia. 1-0 Italy. Need a good start. They're not going to get it on this service run.
And that's something that Italy need to improve, is their ability to not end their own scoring runs. They're pretty good. You saw Lavia go with the float serve, get a point, and then go back to his jump serve and try and crank it. Just try and keep the pressure on Japan.
Onodera. Good watch by Fabio Balasso. Last second.
Tried to do the celebration.
Oh no! Terrible leave.
Yeah. That was an ace. Yeah, that was signaled early. Balasso tried to celebrate as if it were long, but
he fooled me. Sorry, everyone.
Yeah, with our Bolt 6 system, there's no fooling anybody. And yeah, similarly, Onodera's just got to keep that on Italy, especially after an ace.
The float serve error is always a frustrating one, isn't it?
Indeed.
But he's picked up that ace. 2-2. Galassi. Good pass. Ishikawa. Oh, off the hands of Ginelli. He gets up big for a setter, doesn't he?
He does, but one-on-one, Ishikawa, so dangerous because of that swing right there across his body. I mean, you feel like everything's going to go into the angle. He's got so much court, so much space, but then he can just chop it off your right hand like that.
3-2. Good ball in by Lavia. Oh, the one-handed set. Deserved a point, doesn't get one. Because Ishikawa is ripping angles for fun.
So we've talked about the cross-body one. This is what you're kind of expecting from Yuki. Yahtzee in the cross court right there. And how about the dig from Sekita? Just calm as you like, taking Romano's heat.
And it is Sekita at the service line. Puts that one in flat into Michieletto. Oh, back comes Romano. Wow.
I love the enthusiasm of Yamamoto. Doesn't come up with this dig, but he looks immediately at his coach. He goes, should I be a step up, coach?
Well, the early signs of this third set tell us that the handbrake is well and truly off. There's an overpass, put down by Michieletto. Sakita helpless.
Sometimes you feel like Japan need a little bit of struggle to get them going, right?
We've got break points both ways early in the third. Giannelli. Yamamoto with the pass. Well recycled by Miyaura. He's going to swing hard, and Balasso's going to keep it alive. Michieletto, too high, too strong.
That is unbelievable. Just great touch from Balasso deep. Never gets more than 2-3 feet off the floor. I think it was Russo that just scooped it up there perfectly. It was. Great set there from the middle blocker.
That's a tough sled there for Ishikawa, trying to shut down Michieletto from there too. So Italy 5-4 up. In short with the serve, phenomenal from Giannelli.
And that's such good location on that serve in this rotation. This is kind of row one where Sakita's got to run by Ishikawa. We'll see it here. Kind of freezes Ishikawa a little bit. He's a little late to react to that one.
If you set with him, huh? If you set with him, a little bit longer, a little higher. He can break this one. Huh? Allez guys, this rotation. Huh? We have to take the side out. That's one. Allez, come on.
Well, once again, it's Italy who have had the strongest start. They led 6-2 in the second. They lead 6-4 here in the third, but they need to make it count. Otherwise, it'll be a fruitless journey to Gdansk for them.
Nice service run here from Giannelli, and he's doing what we talked about earlier, just forcing Japan to play with some great
Oh my goodness!
sideline to sideline.
Well, the first one was a little bit of finesse. This one was just pure class.
That is great stuff right there. You can see everybody kind of leaning towards that zone one serve that came on the last swing from Giannelli.
Back to back, either side of the timeout for Giannelli. And then sends it into Yamamoto. What a set. I mean, it's back over somehow. So Sakita can reload. And Yamauchi can put it away.
Yeah, that's great stuff right there. But again, I love that from Giannelli. 2 back-to-back aces, then just throw in the float serve. Force Japan to earn something. They do there. But it's a good job of maintaining pressure by the Italian captain.
Ishikawa. Michieletto. Oh, it's a slight mistouch. But Japan scrambling. Ishikawa just keeps it alive. Giannelli with the first touch. Michieletto off the hands. And another chance for Sakita. Run.
Set didn't quite get up high enough for him. He tried to go with the soft shot. Just barely missed the mark. He was going to have that right hand of Michieletto too, I think, if that ball's about 6-7 centimeters higher.
Now Michieletto. Heavy service, ace service. And Italy turning the screw from that baseline.
And you wonder if they talked about trying to serve the wider parts of the court, because Michieletto and Giannelli doing just that. Hitting sidelines.
And an overpass. They go again. Unlucky by Yamamoto, but Japan not themselves in serve receive for the last 5 minutes.
Indeed, you have to credit the serving of the Italians, of course, because those sidelines, the most vulnerable part of the court in serve receive.
Michieletto. Another good service, but a better pass. Miyaura off the hands, ran. Lovely touch. Superb from Giannelli. Lavia Oh, he's missed the hands. What about that touch from Gianelli?
It was great stuff right there. That was more the rhythm that Ron Takahashi wants, though. That ball got up high, got close to the net. He's able to work the hands of the block a little bit. Gianelli with the great dig, as you mentioned, to give Italy a chance.
Japan 4 down again. They've been here before. Yamauchi into Michieletto. Dig by Miyaura. Set from backcourt, run into trouble. Now Gianelli can set and Russo can rip.
Interesting here. They're going to make the switch again. Tatsunori.
Yeah, Tatsunori.
I'm not sure I love that. Takahashi made a couple mistakes, but there's more factors to it, right? We talked about the set being a little bit low. He's been so steady for them. But we'll see. Tatsunori hasn't been bad either.
Miyaura, strap in. Doesn't come good this time. He'll have another opportunity later in the set. Romano. That's right tight to the net. Oh.
How about that set from Sakita, though? Just elevating and somehow managing to push that back to the D-ball. Yeah, Lavia just barely missing on the one-on-one stuff.
Would have been big. Tatsunori into Michieletto. Power from Galassi.
Full power. Their touch on the block from Onodera, but nothing you can do about that one.
Lavia, Italy doing a lot better in maintaining their good start in this third set. Miyaura, that is huge. Michieletto with the monster.
211 out there. That's what you can do on the pins as a blocker.
Oh.
Landed before Miyaura.
Yes. Float service into Tatsunori. Nicely done, Balasso. Lavia, super confident from backcourt.
And again, credit Lavia for keeping the serve on Japan, forcing them to play. Balasso coming up with the great dig. And then Lavia with the tough put away. Going high over the blocks of Sakita.
Second timeout called by Japan.
They don't want to make full power now. They try to change, sometimes float, sometimes jump outside the position. So we have to be ready all the time to move and to be aggressive on with this passing. Okay? One against one, you have to win it. Allez, come on, we can start. Allez.
9 points to 4. Italy winning that period between the first and the second timeout. And they're looking a little bit more like themselves in this third set, aren't they?
Indeed. We talked about five straight sets that they've dropped. Not looking to make it 6 here.
Here is Lavia. 7 points in the game, 2 blocks, 5 attacks, yet to serve an ace. Serves that on Tatsunori. Another great dig by Balasso. He is on form. Italy swinging, not landing, and then Onodera can bounce back.
That is a tremendous dig from Balasso. Just the left arm spear on the quick attack. Have a look at it right here. Well, that's the kill, I guess.
Onodera to serve. Taken by Michieletto. They're going to go to the middle again. And Galassi is going to win the point. Is that another ace? Yes, it is. Galassi. Superb service. Keep your eye on these fans now, imitating Yuri Mokrai, who's a great sport, actually. Comes in with a head scratch, and they all join in too. Great fun here in Gdansk. Great supporters in Poland as well, as Galassi looking for another ace. Doesn't pick it up this time. And Ishikawa can wipe it off the hands. What's this set about for Japan now? Realistically, do they still think they can win this third set?
Yeah, I mean, you're never going to give up until the 25th point is collected by your opponent. But it's a lot about trying to regain your form, trying to generate a little bit of momentum going into what's likely to be a fourth set.
High off the hands, better blocking from Italy. Ginelli with options, another block touch. Another block touch, first touch by Sekita. In comes Tatsunori, and then off the hands by Mia Ora. That is a fantastic point for Japan.
Really good stuff right there. I love kind of midway through, Romano came in and had to play that short ball so that you could see the Japanese block slide out knowing that there was no option back. Great defensive work from the Japanese.
There's the pipe, and that is hot from Lavia.
So what we're seeing here in this set a lot is Italy doing a better job than they've done in the first couple sets of maintaining service pressure, and Japan not quite as solid at imposing their will from the end line. And so Italy in rhythm a lot. We're seeing more of those quick attacks and more of the pipes out of the middle of the court.
Superb from Sekita. Oh my!
Going up in one-handed, tapping it to his guy, Yamauchi, out of the middle.
It's 175. How has he got that high? Great.
In the States,
control.
we call that the Statue of Liberty. I don't know what we call it in Japan.
Oh, down the front. He is close, but not close enough. Russo dishing heavy hands.
The Tokyo Tower.
Very good. Very good. Bit of a comedy show going on in the crowd. Here's Micheletto serves. So had to go. Ginelli. Russo having a lovely time out there in the middle.
And again, I'm not sure if it's accidental or if it's by plan, but serving the wider areas of the court has been working for Italy. Running their offense more through the middle, been working big for Italy here in this set.
Micheletto, 2012. Looks like we're going to a fourth set, maybe a fifth. Stay with us to find out. Great dig. Well played, Sekita. Otsuka with the set. And then Mia Ora with the shove.
Man, these plays in some difficult situations by all these players, so impressive. Just the ability to sort of improvise right there.
Oh, that is not far off the shoulder either, is it? Had to matrix that one. Yamauchi. Again, it's Micheletto who they target. Oh, is that one long from Russo? Yes. Still a long way to go for Japan. 14-20.
Again, it's good ball control on the Italian side, allowing all those quick attacks.
Here's Yamauchi serving. That reliable float service. Ginelli has to go searching for that one. Over first time, and touchdown by Romano. A few more overpasses by Japan than we've been used to.
Yeah, that's good power on that swing down the line from Lavia. Tough for Sekita, but good play from Romano.
And Russo, and it goes to Sekita. Ishikawa from backcourt. Nishiyama comes in, blocking substitution for Sekita. So no recognized setter on court here for Japan. Mia Ora at the service line at 15-21. Another one! 5 aces for Miyaura.
He has been on fire from the end line.
Bit more chop on that.
Got it all the way 5-5 as a lefty. That's going to always be a difficult serve, especially with that kind of pace.
And with that, another change. Rotationally, Miyaura coming out, Eiro coming in, Ran coming in, and Otsuka Tatsunori coming out. So Ran straight back.
Yeah, I like this. Get him ready for that fourth set that's very likely to be coming up soon.
Romano. 17-22. Maybe they're not done yet. A little bit of Ran magic from the service line. Remember, they were 18-21 down, weren't they? 23-21 down. But it needs to happen, it needs to happen now, really. Ran Takahashi. And with that service error, any hopes of a Japanese comeback have probably died in the third set. And Italy 2 points away from forcing a fourth in this race to the bronze medal. Daniele Lavia floats it into Yamamoto. Ishiyama, no touch. Oh, we might challenge this.
Yeah, why not? You got a challenge to give. You don't take it with you.
Well, Philippe Blaine, is there a touch on it? Watch the pinky of Michieletto. Doesn't look like it immediately, does it? He's not admitted to it. So we've got the challenge requested, I think. We've accidentally just seen the result of it. No, it's missed by quite some distance, hasn't it?
Well, that's a great look at how different angles can tell completely different stories, right? Because the first view we got, it looked like there might have been a little pinky touch. That one, not even close.
All right.
With the green card in play, you feel like players are just going to admit to it anyhow.
Lavia serving for the set. Yamamoto feeds it into Eiro. Ishikawa only finds Balasso. And it's 4 from 4 on the second ball for Simone Gianelli. Italy right back in the contest. They have been in complete control of set number 3. And they take it by 25 points to 17. And I think, not just for the players, not just for the coaches, but the supporters watching at home, the Italian supporters, that'll be a huge sigh of relief to see their team back to something like their best.
Indeed, and now we get to find out how Japan will respond to that, because they were out of sorts pretty much from the beginning of that third set. Italy did a great job of upgrading their service pressure and then, of course, running their offense. Absolutely. And you know, if you're Italy and you're down 2 sets, that's always difficult, because any kind of misstep on your side, any big run that you give up to your opponent could theoretically be your last. And if you're Japan, you like the ability to be able to play a little footloose and fancy free, knowing all it takes is one more. You can lose another set and still have just 1 set to go. I mean, you certainly don't want to get in that position, but...
Well, let's take a look at the serve placement then. Fairly well spread by Japan. Of course, they had that 100% completion in the first set. That's dropped off a little bit, but it's still been fairly high. And as for Italy, really aiming down that center, aren't they? Do you know what? Because a lot of the time it's been Ran Takahashi who's been serving there, and he's made a few errors, and as a result, he's been subbed out. They've really targeted him.
Yeah, indeed, yeah. They've upgraded their serve, as we've talked about. We saw a little bit more going to the wider parts of the court.
It was interesting seeing that 52% there, given how much success you alluded to they've had when they've attacked those flanks.
Well, yeah, I mean, you've got to go at the sidelines sparingly. Obviously, it's more difficult to hit those precise locations. The middle is going to give you a little more room for error.
We saw a couple of beauties from Gianelli in that third set. Aces to both the left and the right. Well, now it's business time, isn't it? At the end of this set, we will either have a bronze medalist or we will have a race to 15. But the drama will continue to come. This has been a fantastic game. It's been all one side, then all the other. Italy showing they are not done yet. No changes out there for the Italians. It will be Ran Takahashi who starts in this fourth set, as opposed to Otsuka Tatsunori. And it'll be Akihiro Yamauchi serving first. Fourth set is go. And Italy open it with a side out thanks to Michieletto.
I can't help but think, for Japan's float servers, going at Balasso not necessarily the best choice.
I mean, I think that's putting it quite lightly.
I don't like to be too harsh.
Galassi into Ran. Don't really want to put it on him either, do you?
There's not great options as to who to serve on the Japanese side. But, I mean, that's the case for all of these teams. It's a matter of pick your poison. You want to find the small margins, right? And Balasso and Yamamoto, not the guys you want to serve if you can help it.
Miyaura. Well, Balasso does very well there because he was off balance when he took that. Michieletto. Oh, he's blocked! And he's blocked by Ran Takahashi!
With a little bit of surprise from both sides of the net right there. A little bit shocking that the Japanese blockers stayed on that ball. Ran does a great job, and I love the discipline from the Japanese boys right there. Just going straight up, straight over, sealing the net.
Miyaura! Ace number 6!
He's been a revelation, hasn't he?
Well, that's the thing. When you pick up that surprise block by Ran, it means he gets to reload from the service line. And Italy requests the timeout at 3-1 because they're already looking to ice this guy.
I don't mind that from Coach DeGiorgi. You don't want to let that guy get too hot. Miyaura has been on another level from the service line.
Che il gioco continua da quel punto di vista, eh? Vai, andiamo, Roby!
Michieletto. It's difficult to know whether those are happy smiles or wry smiles from the Italian players, and I think it is very much dependent on where those pictures are taken. Here's Clayton's favourite dance, and everyone with their version of what is left and what is right. What is very right is Miyaura serving. Oh, he's gone heavy again, and Lavia can get something on it. And Michieletto can go over the 3 of them, and even Yamamoto can't get there. It's an important point for a couple of reasons. It closes the gap to 1, and it gets Miyaura off the service line.
I mean, that is men's volleyball at its finest right there. Just an absolute bomb. Italy do well just to keep it alive. Gianelli with a beautiful setup to his big outside hitter. Michieletto over the top for the winner.
Gianelli. Tries to go short again. Yamamoto equal to it. Oh, Russo, unlucky. Ran! Runs into the same problem, and Russo gets him the second time.
That's a tough chance for Takahashi right there. Everything was pushed to that left front of the court. Great coverage right there from Ishikawa, but Takahashi just dealing with a perfectly formed Italian block, and that tempo set really minimizes your range a little bit when you don't have any cracks in the block.
And once again, we are in the early stages of a set in this game where we have had break points on both sides. Ran. Oh, takes on anyone and everyone. Oh, hang on. Italy not happy with this.
I think they've got an argument as well, because we kind of talked about that one early that went off of Michieletto's shoulder that kind of geometrically there was no chance that that went outside the antenna. This one I feel like is the same. There's no way it went inside the antenna off of Balasso, but quickly the whistle was blown, so it'll be a point for Japan.
Well, Italy have got to dust this off. Ran Takahashi at the service line. Goes long. We are level. Yeah, earlier in the competition, when we were in Orléans, there was a very dramatic one between France and Brazil. France maybe let it get to them a little bit, and then the game was gone. Italy can't make the same mistake. That's a loose one from Michieletto. So languid in his approach, isn't he? So long-limbed. When he hits it, it flies. Taishi Onodera, 5-4 Japan. In by Michieletto. Oh, it's just wide. Just about all Japan could do after Lavia unleashed.
That's good stuff from Onodera, though. It's a great pass from Michieletto, but you keep it away from Balasso. That's key for Japan on those serves.
Russo drops that one in to Ishikawa. He's going to get it back. Oh, has that glanced the antenna on the way through? Rare mistake from the captain. Everyone has got a look on their faces as if to say, what was that buzzer? Did Georgie there? Are they challenging this? No, they're getting a yellow card instead for wasting everyone's time. Philippe Blaine is saying that he didn't press the buzzer. Oh well, yellow card has been awarded. Sekita looking for Miyaura, who gets stuffed straight back. Galassi, a giant.
That was a big press right there into the angle from Galassi. Well timed, well executed from big number 14.
Break point, 7-5. Russo drops it in again. First touch by Yamauchi. Then Gianelli out of the attack. So Michieletto sets, Lavia swings. Yamamoto digs. Ishikawa. Oh, Italy turning it up in defense. And turning it on in offense, Yuri Romano.
Their block is really doing a nice job right now, Italy. But what's giving them these opportunities? The serve. They're keeping it on Japan. That short serve causing a little bit of trouble. It doesn't have to be the Miyaura bomb, right? Just a tactical short serve will do.
Open block both sides. So, take care of this. Allez, come on.
This is a hot run for Italy. They called their first time out at 3-1 down. Since then, they've taken 7 points to Japan's 2 to take control of this fourth set. Service pressure up, blocking up, attacking up. Russo at 50% going very nicely as well. He's 1 away from 10 points. Drops it in short again. And the dig by Michieletto. Romano. Oh, it was close. It was close. And those are the kind of points that weren't going Italy's way in the first couple of sets.
Indeed, Yamauchi. Ishikawa just turning that right hand off the net ever so slightly.
And then Japan respond through Ishikawa. They've really targeted Yamauchi short on those services, haven't they?
That's perfect stuff. I mean, make the middle blockers handle that first ball. They don't have the repetitions, and typically the Japanese middle blockers are going to handle that well, but not quite so on those last 4 or 5 serves.
And it goes to Gianelli again. Oh, Michieletto just glides through.
Japan seeing if they can't recover a few points by making Galassi handle the first contact, but Italy do well with it there. A little slam dink from Michieletto.
Romano, 4-point game. Yamamoto, in it goes. Oh, Miyaura off with the radar.
Tough swing to get that one down the line for the lefty on the left side.
Massive service. Touched once, twice on Yamamoto. Oh, well, like the waiter trying to catch the falling plates, wasn't he?
That was interesting. It looked like Sekita was going to maybe have a play on that, and really good discipline from Lavia as well to not press over prematurely on that.
Well, again, first couple of sets, they were getting net touches on those. Romano into the net, lower half of the net as well.
Yeah, Japan had a good start, as you mentioned, 3-1, forcing the early timeout, and it's been all Italy since then. What a response.
Ishikawa. Lovely pass. Oh my goodness me, Giannelli! That is filth.
It is. I mean, Yamamoto with a great read on that. You could see him crashing in there late. You look at Nishida there, but that is just perfection from Giannelli.
Oh, wow. Wow. 13-7. And it goes to Ishikawa. Better swing from Miyaura. And Japan need to get something going here, because even if we do go to a fifth set, they're going to want some momentum. They were 4 down in the second set, weren't they? And they came back and they won that late. 25-23. But the warning signs were there. Here's Yamauchi. What a rogue ace.
Rogue is the perfect way to say that. I mean, we talked about how it's kind of a mistake to serve Balasso. That's not what you expect. You can see he's covering Michieletto, so Michieletto can just slide out and get into the offensive rhythm.
Well, that's his first ace of these finals. It looked innocuous enough. Oh, that was tight. Tight, tight, tight.
Trying for a little too much right there, I think.
Now Galassi. Goes long. Again, as Italy look to continue that relentless service pressure. It will come with errors.
There's a spot where Japan can try and creep closer on the back of this server right here.
Gento Miyaura, 6 aces. Again, that one's sent high by Lavia. It's about all he can do. Michieletto blasts it long, and Miyaura gets to go again. Going to challenge us for the touch. Again, just watch Japan. Miyaura is ready to serve. They're pointing at each other. Did you touch it? Taishi on Adira, and yes, it's taken him a little longer to admit it, and he does. That gets the green card.
It's so interesting because typically when you're being shown a card by the referee, it's a negative thing. Oh, yeah, just tearing a little thumbnail off.
Ishikawa misses, and Rich, can you smell that? That smells like a fifth set.
Smells like a fifth set.
And the momentum, the atmosphere, the entire environment here in the Ergo Arena has changed. Italy back in control. Japan from bouncing and bobbing, and all of this crowd really being behind them. It's a little flat in here now as Japan's level has dropped. Can run Takahashi. Just drag them back into contention here. It's 16-11. It's a good service, but it's a great pass. And even these scrappy balls bouncing off the net, bouncing here and there, Japan not getting near them. It's uncharacteristic. They've been saving so well.
It is interesting how kind of all of the pieces of the game seem to fit together. When one's working, all of them seem to work. But then the flip of that is true as well.
Ran receives, Michieletto serves, and it's another monster block on Miyaura.
Lavia with some great work on the pin here. Take a look.
Oh.
Good close to that line.
two zone. Okay? And after you find the side out. Okay, come on.
So in between timeouts here, they've got a couple of super high energy, like crowd hype guys. And whilst we've been listening to the timeout, one of them has been absolutely tearing around like Usain Bolt with a camera guy desperately chasing after him, trying to keep up. Oh, let's try and get them on screen. Hilarious. Here's Michieletto. Italy in control, even more so now. That is a clean ace. Japan just watching that hit the floor. A complete breakdown in communication in the serve receive.
Again, when the balls aren't kind of bouncing your way, little things just creep their way in, like those miscommunications.
Another good service, Ishikawa down the line. Another miss from Ishikawa, and Japan look like they can't wait to see the end of the set. And good news, it won't be long.
Won't be long now. But again, you'd like to be able to recover some measure of form going into the fifth. You don't want to get thumped twice and have to try and come up with a fifth set win for your medal chance.
Michieletto with the touch. Gianelli. God, there have been some rogue things happening. That is a rarity from one of the finest setters in the game.
Yeah, that's an extremely difficult play right there. Small window he's trying to back bump set that into, but you expect such great things from the Italian captain.
Taishi Onodera at 12-20. On to Michieletto. That's off the arm, but gets away with it. Lavia, it is hot, and Onodera sends it skywards.
And he's really elevated his level for Italy here too, and that's been so critical. Kind of backed off from the service line, going with the float serve, just keeping the pressure on, realizing his jump serve hasn't been with him as much today.
Russo into Yamauchi. Run. Oh, brilliant by Yamamoto. Ishikawa. Another block touch by the Italians. Another Yamamoto with the first touch. Sekita Miyaura can only offer up a free ball. Now Ginelli. Superb from Yamamoto. What a rally. Ishikawa off the hands, still scrambling, still swinging. He's desperate for a touch, Ishikawa. And a hand goes up from Yuri Romano, and that rally goes Japan's way. Brilliant, brilliant play.
I like that. He waited long enough to garner the green card, Romano. Yeah, that was the classy cover right there from Yamamoto, a couple of them. And some great plays from Ishikawa as well on tight sets to just get the ball back for his team.
Sekita. That one's watched wide, and Italy 1 point closer. The scoring's been quite spread out. Miyaura and Michieletto, 16 points. Miyaura, Ishikawa, and Michieletto all on 16 now. Romano, 14, Lavia, 13. They're the ones in double figures. And Romano at the service line now. Lets the left hand go into Ran Takahashi, who arrives from backcourt. And that is the famous Takahashi pipe.
Yeah. And that'll be key for Japan going into the fifth set, is kind of the level of that man right there.
Ishikawa. And Lavia receives. Balasso sets. Lavia swings. Great touch by Ishikawa. Run. Can only touch it off the hands. What a set. What a swing. Oh, Romano.
How about the feint right there from Giannetti? Goes up, faces as if he's going to swing. Pumps it back to his opposite.
Now Ishikawa is coming out. He's going to have a little breather before the fifth set. They're bringing in Shoma Tomita. Playing in his second Volleyball Nations League, Tomita. And he gets his first touch of the game. Over on the first ball. Run. Oh, little no looky there.
There it is. Yeah, he loves that shot. It's a great shot. Take a look here. Sees the open line, just kind of the slam dink. next to impossible for Romano to get as a defender there.
And with that, Shoma Tomita went off on a lap of honor. That old school tour, we love it. Gianelli. Big wide blast from Romano.
Every little point helps right here if you're Japan. Just regain some of that belief.
Yamauchi. Gianelli sets. Romano high off the hands, and a touch there for Tomita. Over to Run. Oh, it's massive. Galassi has had his number more than once today. 4th kill block for him.
That's special from Galassi. Look, he's kind of late, but just gets those hands over into Japanese airspace right there. Gets rewarded with the stuff. You know, on the quick tempo, the ball's not going to traverse the net that high.
Set point. Miyaura finds the baseline and keeps it alive for 1 point longer. It was 25-17 in the 3rd set. Will that score be emulated in the 2nd? It is Miyaura to serve, looking to improve on his 6 aces. Not this time, and we are going to a 5th set. It is a decider for bronze. And from the moment the 3rd set started, it always felt like it was going to go that way, but Italy have transformed. Japan need to refine some form, because it's Italy 2, Japan 2. The last 2 have gone down 25-17. And Italy have gone from nothing to something pretty quickly.
Indeed, yeah, kind of a surprising ebb and flow from both teams in this match, but what a great bronze medal match this is shaping up to be already.
Here are the stats then. Italy superior in attacks and blocks. That's the big difference, isn't it?
Yeah, those blocks absolutely making the difference. Just fairly level in opponent errors, a couple more on the Japanese side that we're kind of unaccustomed to seeing.
And it's not just the kill blocks, the 4 kill blocks there. Something that you've been very complimentary of with regards to Japan is the amount of block touches they get that allow them to transition and apply the pressure the other way. That's something that Italy have done really well, isn't it? Getting those touches, making Japan make decisions and really force the issue.
Yeah, indeed, that's the case on the Italian side, and not to sound like a broken record about the service pressure, but Italy making a concerted effort to not end their own scoring runs, as it were, right? When they make the break points, they keep the service pressure on Japan, forcing them to earn any side out.
We've just seen that monster block there by Galassi on Ran Takahashi. He's really come into the game in the middle.
He has indeed, and Italy doing a great job of controlling the ball as well, keeping him involved offensively, and it's not surprising how when you're engaged offensively, that block tends to follow along, and kind of vice versa, right?
Well, let's have a look where the block locations are then. Firstly for Japan, 2/3 of them coming in the center, and then a 1/3 on the left. Nothing on the right-hand side for Japan. No joy down there. They've not made a huge amount of kill blocks, of course. And then for Italy, well, wherever you're swinging, there is danger, because they are making them one-on-one. They are putting up big blue walls of 3. But they've just got height everywhere, haven't they? Japan have always got to have their wits about them.
Yeah, indeed. Japan are going to have to control the ball a little bit better than they did in the 3rd and the 4th set, particularly if they get stuck in that rotation again, where Russo is serving, and he's trying to pick on the middle blockers from Japan. They've got to handle that first contact well, so that Japan can run that spread offense with precision. Because
we talk about Japan's lack of height and how it's not an obstacle. Other than Fabio Balasso, nobody on the court for Italy is below 2 meters. We've got Michieletto, 2'11", Gianelli, 2 meters, Galassi, 2'01", Lavia, 2 meters, Romano, 2'03", Russo, 2'07". But right now, it is 0-0. It is a race to 15 for bronze here at the Ergo Arena, the Volleyball Nations League 2023. Italy looking to continue their run of medals in major tournaments. Japan looking to get theirs started. This will be their first medal in the VNL era, and their first since 2009. It is going to be the left-arm cannon of Kento Miyaura to get us underway in the decider Fifth set is go. And it is go with an ace! Kento Miyaoda on the line. 7 ace serves, incredible.
Unbelievable stuff. All Lavia can do is shake his head at that. He's been going 5-5, 5-6-5 most of the night, and he just smacks that 1-1.
He's gone again into the tape this time. Gianelli can set, and Galassi can swing for 1-1.
Yeah, and a great response from Lavia there. Another heater comes at him, gets slowed down by the tape just a little bit. Perfect pass. Keep the middles involved if you're Italy.
Ah, this is great. Fifth set drama. Galassi gave that everything and then some.
It's amazing, you know, much like tennis where the scoreboards reset at the end of sets, you know, it's crazy how the energy level can change on your side of the net.
Another potential service gun here for Japan. Ran Takahashi drops that in a little softer though, and it means that Italy can go to the middle. And Roberto Russo, the double Desmond, 2-2-2-2.
Again, well handled by Lavia there on kind of the easy roll from Takahashi.
Now Gianelli. Arguably his serves that got Italy back into the game. Let's drop that in short on Ran. Ishikawa. They can recycle, and Ishikawa goes again. Takes on the big men, takes on Russo, takes on Romano, and this time gets the W.
I love that Ishikawa hasn't lost any of his Yuki, any of that courage out there, still challenging the big block on those quick sets.
Onodera with that float into Balasso. There's a dig, an important one too. Sakita's gonna have to play this. Oh, no, it's overcooked. And after a great dig like that, feels like a shame.
How about the RPMs on that ball though? I think that had 5 feet of hook just off the arms of Ishikawa.
Its own gravitational pull. And we are still point for point with Tricky Mickey to serve. Good service as well into Ishikawa. Back to Ishikawa. Ripped by Ishikawa.
Romano comes up a little bit. Gimpy there, maybe landed awkwardly. Let's take a look.
Oh yeah, there's a little clash of feet, wasn't there?
A little bit, but that is just a phenomenal swing from Ishikawa high down the line.
Sekita into Michieletto. Oh, the block's a big one! Japan with the break point to lead by 2.
That is a great read from the Japanese block right there. That pass, a little bit flat. Gianelli couldn't quite get it into Big Russo there. And how about Miyaura with the great right hand?
Gianelli reloads. Another block! Back to back! This time it's Yamauchi!
Another tremendous read right there. Perfect pass this time. They know Italy have been trying to feed the middle. Yamauchi, look at the big spread block. Gets the right paw on it.
6-3, timeout called, Italy in trouble.
Mi raccomando, diamo l'assistenza, anche su queste situazioni. Diamo l'assistenza. Dai break si gioca una palla, si chiude e si ricomincia. Sia che sia fuori.
Japan have got the energy back. They've already picked up 1 ace, 2 kill blocks. Those 3 points are the difference between the two teams in this race to 15. And you don't want to be chasing, do you?
You do not want to be chasing, and again, it's a good run from Sakita. Not crazy difficult serves, but tactical, well-placed, good variety.
Oh, he's unlucky there as well. That has come off hot from the middle. Nice from Russo, but unlucky by Sakita. And Italy win the first point after that timeout.
I love that. Go right back to the middle. A little better rhythm on that from Gianelli to Big Russo.
And here is Big Russo. Floats that in. Ran Takahashi receives. Oh, it's glorious. It is glorious from Ishikawa.
My buddy Riley Salmon used to call that the palm ball. Watch him just kind of catch that, stop time, drop it right over the block. Beautiful stuff from Ishikawa.
Seven-four. Ishikawa, oh, ripping serve. Lavia does well to keep that alive. Into Yamamoto it goes. Ishikawa off the block, unbelievable.
The dig right there from Yamamoto is astounding. Keeps the Japanese transition offense in perfect rhythm. And Ishikawa paying it off with the pipe feast.
He is that guy, Yamamoto, isn't he?
He really is.
Ishikawa, 4-point lead. Balasso with a good pass. Romano into the hands of Ran. Romano reload. Oh, what a dig! How about that by Sekita? Free ball offered up. Lavia. Italy just can't find a way through. This is spectacular from Japan in every aspect of the game.
And it's unbelievable. We talked about how when things are rolling your way, all the bounces seem to be in your favor, and that's certainly the case here for Japan right now. Just excellent disciplined blocking, getting paid off though as well.
Yamauchi, 4 sets, no kill blocks. He's picked up 2. Italy looking to go soft on him twice, and he's made them pay. And Japan lead by 5. Ishikawa, 20 points, the game's top scorer. 1 ahead of Miyaura. Overpass! Ran Takahashi closes the door.
It seems like this set started about 30 seconds ago and it's already 10-4. What is going on right here? Just an absolute Japanese juggernaut right now.
This is astonishing. Into the net from Ishikawa. Here is a glimmer of light for Italy, but it is at the end of a long, long corridor.
Now you got to be careful if you're Japan not to put your eyes on that finish line too quickly. Just keep ticking. That certainly helps. But just keep your focus narrow here, Japan.
Well, here comes Hiroto Nishiyama in for Akihiro Yamauchi. Yamauchi can take a breather after 2 kill blocks. In comes Nishiyama. We know he's got a cannon. He came straight in yesterday, served an ace, which was his first ever point in the VNL. Can he get another one here? No, but it's a great service onto Lavia. Up that goes. There's the chase from Sekita.
I mean, what a serve, ice cold off the bench. Well handled by Italy, but Nishikawa right there, just phenomenal. Nishiyama, excuse me.
You take a look around this arena. When Japan play like this, the smiles on supporters' faces are something else. Here's Lavia, off the net into Ishikawa. Run. Oh, it is that man again. Galassi. He's having a great game.
He really is, yeah. Galassi's been unbelievable, particularly against Takahashi. He's going to need a few more of those.
Still alive, Italy. Lavia. Soft with the serve into Yamamoto. Miyaura! He has also had a great game.
That is such class from Sekita, though. That pass in quick. Good stuff from Yamamoto, but it gets on the setter quick. He keeps his opposite in rhythm up high so he can beat the upper hands of the block.
3 more points required. Miyaura's service line heroics come to a halt.
You felt like that was going to be ace or error territory right there, didn't you?
7 aces, though. What a return at this level. Galassi. It's difficult to be critical because they've got to apply pressure, but at this stage, first Galassi, Lavia, Romano, all putting the ball into the net. You can't do that.
Yeah, it's that difficult sort of decision when you're in a 5-point hole. You got to make your opponent play. You don't want to give them easy stuff, but you can't give them freebies.
Kentaro comes in for Sekita. Ran Takahashi at the service line. Goes at Balasso. Gianelli goes over on a second ball, and oh, that is a tough two-touch called on Onodera.
Wow.
He might argue that the first touch was the block.
I think you let that slide a little bit more when the score's 13-9, but clearly that's a block and then a dig. I think a little bit of a quick whistle from our otherwise sure whistled official.
Gianelli. Another service error. It is a gift-wrapped match point for Japan. The Ergo Arena is on its feet. And Taishi Onodera is serving for the bronze medal. He's had one ace serve already. Can he finish it in style? In it goes from Michieletto. It's poked over. This is the chance. Ishikawa for the bronze medal, and Japan make history.
Are